Hello everyone and very good evening. Welcome to my channel. I am Siddesh Bagwe. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for the future notifications. Just prior to the lockdown, I was working on building my own electric bike. Sounds interesting project, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of procedures to get into it. My today's topic is about how I am building my electric bike and what my experience is so far. So before starting to build, I had mapped out and had planned out and designed my work procedure, tasks that I'm going to take, what kind of parts I'm going to buy. I had listed down and jotted each and everything. I had consulted with a couple of industry experts, electric vehicle guys, people who had priorly built their own electric bikes, paint shops, and the mechanical shops. One of my friend during our discussions offered his workshop and help. I readily agreed and partnered with him. For the procedure, I bought an old Bajaj Avenger, a beaten up Avenger. My task was straightforward: dismantle the bike, paint the bike, assemble it back together, and start with the electrical procedure. Because of lockdown, I was not able to complete my bike, but I completed right before the wiring part. The task was supposed to get started with dismantling, which was then followed by evaluating and segregating the parts, compartmentalizing them into reusable and discarding sections. I want you all to hit a pause button and think about it. How are you going to dismantle a bike? From what part are you going to start, and how are you going to proceed with the dismantling? My third question will be, what kind of PPE, protective personal equipments or safety equipments, you're going to wear to carry out this mechanical task. So for my bike, I started dismantling it from the driver's side. I had spearheaded the dismantling operations, and I just completed the dismantling. I followed the procedure that I had already done. My colleague and my partner was mentoring me, and he also oversaw the operations. Eventually, the bike was stripped down completely, and only a chassis and the structure part was standing there. This enabled us to examine each part thoroughly and make a strategic decision on what kind of parts I need to purchase. The dismantling was followed by the painting procedure. I would like to again hit the pause button and think about what's the procedure of painting a bike. How are you going to remove the old paint? What are the different steps involved in removing a paint? What is the procedure of painting? What different kind of chemicals you are going to mix? What's the ratio? Coming back to our old discussions with the experts, everyone had painted their bike by their own different methods. I'm going to discuss about what method I used. A very simple thing, I would like you again to hit a pause button and think what kind of safety equipments you will be using during this procedure. This is a chemical work. A painting job involves a lot of hazardous equipments, a lot of hazardous fumes coming out, and a lot of hazardous chemicals, and you got to protect yourself. So think about what safety equipments you're going to wear. I started with using a paint removal solution, and I was wearing safety goggles, latex gloves, wire brushes, different grades of sanding paper from grade 80 to grade 320. Eventually, after stripping down the whole paint, I gave a thorough soap water wash and rinsed the parts with regular water. After the solution and after removing the paint, I started applying a primer epoxy. A primer epoxy is basically mixed with a hardener and some thinner. We generally use NC thinner for it. And then after giving multiple coats, you wait for the coats to dry and then start with your painting job. For the paint, you choose the right paint color, the right thinner for it, and right hardener for it. To fill out some of the cracks or any dents on the parts, you use an epoxy putty. Let them dry, but you have to again apply a primer coat. Primer coat generally helps in bonding the paint together and trapping it down. Once the paint is applied, then you go with a clear coat or a matte coat as per your requirements for your bike color. The job was well executed, I will say, and stay tuned for what happens next. Please do comment and write down your answers in the comment section, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and comment for any improvements. Thank you.